This podcast is a commentary and discussion show. All topics are based on publicly available information and are presented as opinion, satire, and conversation. Nothing discussed should be interpreted as absolute fact or professional advice. This is the Belligerent Broadcast Network.
And we are live. What is going on, people of Earth? What is going on, Nick? It is Sunday, April 26th. Kind of an uneventful week, in my opinion.
It's all the 420 partying, bro. Nobody can remember shit.
Well, the world got stoned on Monday,
Yeah.
and nothing's happened since.
The worldwide burn, brother.
It's just the war in Iran. We're bombing, we're ceasefiring, we're bombing, we're ceasefiring. It's the same old shit. I'm already tired of talking.
We're blocking blocks. Blocks on blocks on blocks, brother.
Yeah, what was that? We heard the blockade of the blockade.
Yeah,
It's working.
It's going. Okay. Yeah, pretty much. By whose standards, though? What's okay? Because shit's fucked.
I mean, we're paying $4 plus a gallon for gas now, which is kind of insane.
And we're one of the largest producers on the planet.
Oh, it's all getting produced and sent elsewhere. We're not keeping any of it. You see all the fucking freighters in the Gulf on the maps and shit. It's crazy. It's like, yeah, we cut off the Middle East and we're producing and we're making money, but the American people ourselves are kind of fucked.
So have you heard the theory with that, though, where you think Trump's doing this shit purposely? You know, to essentially make the world reliant on the Americas to get their resources and oil?
It's a theory. I could see that. I mean,
I don't think all the pieces are in play for that to happen, but it was definitely an interesting read, listen.
well, if we got Canada on board and we took Greenland and Mexico got on board, we would be a powerhouse on this half of the world that would be unstoppable.
Oh, nobody could stop us.
Nobody would be able to stop us at that point.
We got cheap labor to the south, nice resources to the north, and plenty of retards in the middle.
Well, we got water protection on both sides from the oceans, and we would control
like 100%.
2 of the 4 major choke points on the planet for trade at that point, which is the Panama Canal.
Panama and up by Greenland.
Up by Greenland.
Yeah.
The other 2 are the Suez Canal in Europe, or going into the Middle East, and then...
I mean, we're kind of choking out the Strait of Hormuz, too.
But that's only half of it. That's only half of the equation.
Yeah, it's just another hole.
It's one of the holes that's got to get plugged if we want total control, for sure.
Yeah, we only got so many butt plugs on this planet, bro.
Now, with that, I'm questioning, are we running ourselves thin on the grand scheme of things with the Navy? Because it's like, yeah, you know, the Gerald Ford's been at sea for over 300 days already. Humans get tired, dude.
Nah.
Like, machinery needs repaired, shit needs maintenance, and people get tired.
No way, bro.
And then it's like, all right, if one of those carrier strike groups came from the Atlantic and the other one from the Pacific, are we leaving our fleets thin in those 2 areas?
100%, bro. You played Risk just like I have, man. This is what happens when you split up all your forces. You leave openings. So where is the opening do you think would be most damaging to us right now? If you could, you have an opinion on that?
Taiwan, Sea of China, South China Sea.
I don't think we're even over there at this point anymore.
I think we still have a fleet over there.
But what though? Because all of our aircraft carriers are either right around the States or like over in the Middle East right now.
Well, we have 11 strike groups total. The Enterprise is off of Seattle. There's one down in the Caribbean.
Yeah, you got down by San Diego.
There's 2 over in the Middle East. There's 1 in South China Sea that I know of. I don't remember which one it is, though. And I feel like there's 1 in Hawaii.
I mean, there has to be.
And then you would think there's 1 in Norfolk, Virginia, our main naval port on that side for defense.
How do we only have 11?
It's more than any other country's got. Most countries don't even have 1. We have 11 carriers, so that projects 600 plus aircraft availability out onto the waters. Plus, each one of those aircraft is accompanied by at least 10 other ships.
You know what's funny about it too? For the last 7 years, that was the biggest powerhouse. But now we have the ICBMs, bro. The supersonic missiles and shit. It's almost like this is going to become obsolete in the next 20 years.
I don't think the Navy will ever be fully obsolete for waterway security.
No, not fully, but just the idea of an aircraft carrier being such a dominant force at sea, I think it'll just end up being just kind of like old news, like old tech. Because with the ICBMs, you can't even defend against that. They could take out a boat pretty much instantly at sea.
Maybe. I mean, you don't think somebody's tried on ours and
no,
we've taken that shit
because if
out?
somebody's tried on ours, it'd be a bigger war going on.
I don't know.
That's how I would think. Because I don't know, bro. I mean, if
we have ICBM submarines and stuff, so like clearly the Navy's using ICBMs on their platforms now.
Submarines, yeah. I mean, they do. That's fair. All I'm trying to say is just back in World War II, aircraft carriers were the dominant military equipment on the planet. And that's why they've been such a staple when considering somebody's power on the world stage. Because that was the only thing that Japan even had to begin with that gave them an advantage over us. And that's why we took advantage of it and made it for ourselves. Or not made it for ourselves for the first time, but we made ourselves the most powerful ones with it.
Well, see, with that, the countries that don't have aircraft carriers don't have as much of a need to project overseas as we do.
That's a fair point, too. Because, we've pretty much taken the world enforcer role for the last 70 years.
But it's like, how else are you going to move 5,000 troops in micro cities basically across the country, fully equipped with McDonald's and ice cream machines? We're the only country in the world that does that, and I think our aircraft carriers have a lot to do with that. We don't fight wars on the homeland. We fight wars elsewhere, which is more than what every other country can say.
There's a reason for that, though. You know that.
Like Russia. If Russia tried to come here and fight, it would be an absolute logistical catastrophe on their side of it. Because they can't even fight in Ukraine and have bullets and gasoline and fuel supplies and everything else to get to their front lines hundreds of miles away from their border, let alone thousands. We've perfected being thousands of miles away.
Perfected being a global power, yeah.
And our guys on the front line are eating ice cream in the middle of the desert that's still frozen.
Gotta love a little icy in the middle of the desert, man. 100%.
Gotta get those rippets to our boys somehow.
Gotta stay cool, brother.
Gotta have all the teens, the caffeine, the nicotine, all the teens. So what about the fourth assassination attempt on Trump in 2 years? How's that make you feel, bud?
I think they're getting pretty perfected in the defense of Trump at this point.
You think it was staged?
I think all of them have been staged. You think JFK got shot for free?
No, but I know he ain't kissed that wall over in Israel.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said last week, man, there's 10 to 15,000 pages still not released from the release of the JFK files that happened a few years ago. They're hiding something.
Yeah, he definitely didn't kiss the wall in Jerusalem, that's for sure. He was not a big Israel fan. And, come on, man. We're not even 10 minutes in, bro. You're going to make me say this shit?
No, I'm making you say nothing. I don't got a gun.
It always goes back to the juice, man.
We know. It's well documented on this show now. It always goes back. It's always one country, it seems, that we have to go back and be like, oh, no, we don't want to go there, but that's the only logical
you call me
explanation.
anti-Semitic, and I'm like, but like, this is what's happening, brother. Like, what do you want me to say?
Well, I mean,
I could lie.
If you want to go down
it's the
that
Germans.
route,
The Nazis did it. The Nazis are still doing it. They control the media. What's more likely?
Depends on who you ask about that. I'm sure there are some people that would say the Nazis still control the media in this country.
Some Zionists would say that for sure. Oh, yeah, liberals, yeah. Far left-wing, hula-hooping motherfuckers.
And the far right wing say that the liberals control the media, so It can't be both.
Well, no, but I mean, most of Congress and, the representatives are paid off. So,
100% paid off.
AIPAC does a lot.
70% of the seats Congress.
So, I mean, yeah, when you got 3/4 of the votes, man, like it's hard to lose. If there's 1,000 people on a battlefield and your army's got 750 of them, it'd be pretty hard to lose. And if you did, that'd be fucking really, that's really...
If you did, you need to fire somebody.
Yeah, someone needs to get fucking replaced for sure.
Somebody fucked up.
Because, it's wild, bro.
Yeah, I know. After watching some of the videos, it's like they ripped JD Vance off that stage real quick. And they like seemed to pull Trump off, but they just left the wives standing there or sitting there.
Nobody gave a fuck about
Nobody
them.
gave a shit about the wives, dude.
You
They're
can
like,
replace the wives, you can't replace the people.
We'll come back for you after that. We know they're safe. Like, I mean, it was good to see the guys run out in the full tack gear, fucking ARs
Oh, dude,
ready.
they were waiting for it, bro.
They were ready.
Actually, yeah, I mean, they were almost too ready.
I mean, you're at a hotel. It wasn't the most secure of venues, you have to think.
But you would have people at the entrances, like what? Of the room even.
Yeah.
We can't even get to be on an airplane.
I guess
we have more security to get on an
real-
airplane than it does to go see the president, I guess.
The real question begs, did the active shooter get in the room, or was it just an active shooter at the hotel trying to get to the event?
Actually, I don't have that detail.
Like that detail hasn't been put out yet that I've seen.
The way the gunshot sounded in the video, I would say he's not in the room.
Yeah, it sounds like he's just in the hotel.
It's too muffled. Yeah, he's got to be out in like the hallway or something. Like it's too muffled to be in the room. If he was in the room, you would have heard that shit. I mean, you can hear it, but it would have been loud and clear over the music.
I think so.
Not just like a background noise. And everyone looked confused too. They were like, whoa, wait, what? Like, is that a gunshot or what's going on? For like half sec. You know what I mean?
I'm like 4 times in the last 2 years.
Yeah, somebody doesn't want him around. Somebody's. Which is weird though, because he's the only Jewish president we've had. My bad. Yeah, I don't even know. I can't. That video was funny as hell. How uncomfortable he looked when that guy said that to him.
Super uncomfortable when that guy was touching him. And I don't really think Trump's Jewish, but
no, he's not,
definitely backed. That $100 million contribution to his campaign fund cannot be ignored at this point.
Loves that Israeli and pussy. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to see him tell him no. Flat out, just be like, no, you can't.
Which president has said no to them?
JFK.
Okay. And what happened to him?
I mean, I think we all know what happened to him.
And how come everybody keeps missing Trump? Even though, let's think about that. So JFK disagreed with them. He got shot and killed. Trump is on their side. He's got shot and doesn't get killed. How do we have more accuracy in the 50s or 60s? I'm sorry.
Maybe it's just warnings, because in the grand scheme of things, if you look at it...
Warnings to what? It just makes him stronger. He thinks he's more validated in his bullshit. He posted a picture of himself, Jesus Christ. Like, this guy thinks he's fucking invincible, bro. It's just making it even more. It's making him feel that way even more. He feels even more validated every time somebody misses. He's like, yeah, my team's too good. My team's huge. It's too good for you. God, I can't do a Trump impersonation. That went British real fast, but yeah, it's fucked up though. Like, it's fucked up to think about it, actually. When you say that, bro, I'm like,
what if they're missing on purpose?
That's what I'm saying. Is like,
if they're missing on purpose, because it's a warning. It's like, oh, you're playing ball, but are you really playing ball?
A warning or posturing?
Like, what if he's not playing ball enough?
Or you think it's just posturing though? I think it's more posturing.
I think he's playing t-ball when they want him to play baseball.
He went over there and fucking bombed the shit out of everything they asked us to do. This is the only president in our recent history that openly goes over there and does exactly what Netanyahu wants. Everybody else has done it in the shadows.
I mean, Obama didn't do it in the shadows. Obama
for sure did it in the shadows.
He didn't bomb nothing in Iran. He didn't do shit in Iran, but handed him a bunch of cash. $77 million a week by plane.
Yeah, he didn't go do the dirty work, but he paid them to do the dirty work.
He paid them to build their uranium facilities, the enrichment facilities, the centrifuges. He paid, the taxpayer paid.
He also let Israel bomb the strip in Gaza. Like, they were doing that, and he just let it happen.
When did that start? What year?
When they were bombing it then?
Yeah.
Hold on. It was in 2014.
24.
Operation Protective Edge. Well, I guess it was called a few different things, but it was a military operation launched by Israel on July 8th, 2014 in the Gaza Strip, a Palestinian territory governed by Hamas since 2007, and which was occupied by Israel until 1967. Wait, hold on a second. Though, wasn't Israel created in 1959?
Something like that.
What the fuck?
1950 something.
This is just a whole nother can of worms now, bro. Like, what are we
See,
talking
and what
about,
I have
bro?
here is 2008, 2009 during Operation Cast Lead. From December 27, 2008 to January 18, 2009, Israel launched a military operation in response to rocket attacks from Gaza.
That's what they said this time, too, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what Israel said this time. Hamas started it. So we went over there and killed 100,000 civilians. It's cool, though. It's their fault.
Yeah,
You're saying 2008? So this has been every fucking 8 years since fucking forever?
Yeah, about once every 5 to 10, once a decade.
Okay, well.
Because, 2014 wasn't really... That wasn't Obama.
2014 is Obama?
He was in office in 2014?
Yeah, until 2016.
So yeah, it all kind of started at the beginning of Obama's term then, if it all started in 2008 during Operation Cast Lead.
Nope, not necessarily. Maybe with Gaza, but like, you remember Iraq?
Oh,
Iraq. Who told Bush about the weapons of mass destruction? Because it wasn't Iraq.
Oh, no, it was Mossad. It was Israeli intelligence. But it was the same back in the 80s.
Yeah, Iran-Contra. No, we were in Iran in the 80s because of Israel as well. Yeah, exactly. So this same shit already happened 40 years ago. Literally 40 years ago. The same...
It happened 20 years ago in Afghanistan. With weapons of mass destruction.
It was Iraq. Afghanistan was the ones who bombed, or, 9/11'd us, supposedly.
According to the government documents, the Saudis 9/11'd us.
I know, isn't it crazy, bro? But we went to Afghanistan. We didn't go to Saudi.
But we were also over in Iraq and Afghanistan and that whole area in the 80s, too, doing the same shit.
Oh, in the 80s, we were, in Afghanistan fighting Russia. That was like 80, beginning of the decade, for sure. We had that, the Afghanistan war.
So, yeah, it's just another repeat. The 80s, early 2000s.
Yeah, it's actually crazy, bro. Yeah, so we were in the 80s, we were in Iran, Afghanistan, Iraq, too, right? Desert Storm, or is that 90? That was
Kuwait
90s.
In the 90s.
Okay, so...
Desert Storm and Desert Shield was in Kuwait when Iraq was trying to invade Kuwait for oil.
So, pretty much the same shit's happened in the same couple spots for the last 40, 50 years.
We're going for a three-peat.
We're already on a three-peat.
Third time sandbox champions, baby.
I don't think we won any of the times.
I'd say we won.
We sat in Afghanistan for 20 fucking years and then left our shit and said, fuck it. That's not winning. Winning's full domination. World War II, we won. We dominated the entire planet after World War II.
Maybe we need to do it again.
The problem is the only reason that happened is because the world was so fucked.
And the world's fucked again.
But hold on. The world was so fucked in chaos that we had the materials and resources to supply everybody. Now there's a bunch of people that can do that.
There's 3 countries that can do that.
Pretty
2 in reality.
Us and China.
And I'm not even sure China could.
Oh, China could. It's just going to sacrifice a lot of lives. And also because they
Look at the quality of shit coming out of China.
Yeah,
the quality is not there.
Their cities are nice, bro. Some of their cities. They look nice online.
The cities look nice in North Korea, too, online.
Oh, the fake cities? The fast cities?
And how do you know that China's not the same? That the CCP is not just putting on a front for the rest of the world?
We do the same thing.
What are we fronting about?
We make everyone think we're the best country in the world.
We are.
In a way.
Correct.
In a way, man.
I'm not saying it always, but
no, there's a lot of things here. Like, okay, so this...
I don't have rolling blackouts in my house. I have water I can drink coming out of my faucets.
We're living in a bigger city. So, yeah, we can... technically, no. We're not supposed
Still
to drink
poisoned,
that. I still drink it, but
it's still drinkable.
we're not supposed to drink our tap water here in Michigan because, well, everybody, I'm sure anybody around the world that's listened has heard about Michigan in some way, shape, or form because of Flint and the way their water was, leaching lead out into the civilian population.
Yeah, which is fucked because there's
fucking brains
zip
up.
codes of Detroit that have had higher there are zip codes in Detroit that have had higher lead levels in their water for decades that were even higher than what was reported in Flint that everybody was freaking out about.
Yeah, but we get water from Detroit too, and it's not that bad.
Or so we think.
Should we get our shit tested?
Probably.
Because I'm going to tell you this much, bro. So, because I grow. So, your initial water that you're getting from a main water source, you have to check and pay attention to. And I'll be fair, I haven't done a full nutrient analysis on it. But as far as us compared to other places, let's compare to Lansing. Lansing's water, Clarkston. You remember when I had that grow out in Clarkston? The water coming out of the tap was 800 ppms, which is, depending on which scale you use. Yeah, if you use a 500 ppm scale, that's 1.78, EC. So ours here in Detroit, for clarification, is a 0.2 EC. That's a big difference of minerals and et cetera inside the water. That's a 1.5 EC difference. That's a lot. I don't know how to explain that to people, honestly.
Well, what is that?
It's the ppms in water.
What ppm? The ppm of what?
What kind of, what's causing the ppm or what?
What are you testing for parts per million of?
The city water.
We know you're testing the water, bud. What in the water? What specific?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't have the specific things for that. But
so are you testing for chloride parts per million? Are you testing for fluoride parts per million? Are you testing for
the in general,
ppm?
just the overall ppm in general. So if you had RO water, reverse osmosis, it'd be 0.0 something EC or ppms, whatever. It'd be 0. And that has nothing in it. It's stripped of all of its nutrients, all the calcium, all the chlorides, everything like that. The city water itself, like I said, I don't have the specific breakdown of what nutrients or what, not even nutrients, but what contaminants are in that water. But just noting the difference between ours and a shittier city. Ours is really low compared to Lansing or Clarkston or places out in the country where you have to have a lot more of a more advanced filtration system that can handle that harder water.
It's just because it's coming from wells? It's stuff up there, the source of the water.
It's just the source of the water, yeah. Mostly the source. I wouldn't say all wells because, like I said, it's still city water. Lansing is not getting its shit from wells, but it's still rough. Clarkston doesn't get its stuff. They get all their stuff. All the houses have a water intake from the city, so it's not from wells. It's the source of the water they're getting is pretty rough, hard. They call it hard water.
I wonder what the ppm of my parents' artesian spring well is up north on the property, because that water's not filtered from the water or from the ground, crystal clear, delicious.
Oh, dude, some good. Yeah, on the west side they have some shit. Yeah, which property are you talking about? Up in Manistee?
Up in Manton, yeah.
Manton, yeah, that's on the west side. Yeah, that water comes in clean.
It's not a deep well either. It's only 80 feet or something like that, 60 feet, something like that.
I'd actually love to test that. I'll have to bring my meter out when I go to that side of the state again to see.
Never thought about it. I always just know that it's the best water I've ever drank in my life.
No, I'm sure it has something, to be honest with you, because water naturally has certain things in it, so it's going to have something. How much of something is really the difference.
So what does the reverse osmosis do? It just pulls everything out of it?
Yeah, so it's like a 3-stage filter. Essentially goes through a sediment filter, pulls out thick particles, goes through a carbon filter after that. That'll pull out the chlorines, chloramines, and some tinier particles than the sediment filter can't take out. And then it runs through the last filter, which pretty much sucks out every bit of pretty much the rest of it. Yeah, it pretty much that last filter takes out the rest of it, deionizes the water, all that. So it makes it this zero. It's not good for us to drink.
I was going to ask, is it safe for us to drink? Safe,
no.
Yes, but probably not long-term good for you?
Yeah, it's not good for you long-term. If you absolutely had to, yeah, I guess. But pretty much, if you feed anything straight RO, it'll take the nutrients out of it. So like if we drink it, it'll literally, the water will pull like, calcium and magnesium and shit like that out of our bodies that we need, or other nutrients, and just pull it out and fucking piss it out.
I work with deionized water in one of my machines at work, and
Deionized isn't as bad.
I was always told that you shouldn't drink it.
No, you shouldn't.
So I've definitely got some in my mouth by accident, but I've never like taken a bottle of it.
Oh, I've drinking it before. It's good. I mean, I've tried it.
You've tried deionized water?
RO water, but it's pretty similar. Well, deionized could just be like where they do like the process. My grandpa does this. He does what is it? He like steams it or something, and pretty much a deionizer. Just it's not like a reverse osmosis, but it's pretty close. It pretty much burns off like the fluoride, the chlorines, and shit like that in it.
Yeah, mine takes it from the spigot through a little hose into this fucking. It looks like a almost like one of the gas tanks for the back of a forklift. It's like a composite.
Yeah, that's
cell.
a filter. That's a filter.
Yeah, it takes it through that, and it's got like a bunch of little balls inside of it that bounce around with the current of the water, and then it brings it up through the top to another hose and spits it out, and the shit that's spit out is deionized.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a little different than what I'm saying for sure, but probably similar outputs.
I don't know. I know it boosts the conductivity of my water. It makes water conduct more electricity. Is what it does on my end. Because it's the machine it's an EDM, an electronic discharge machining. So it takes a wire and runs high current through it. And it's the wire itself that cuts the metal. But it's like the metal itself, the whole piece is submerged in this tank while it's cutting of deionized water.
Interesting, man. Yeah, I didn't know that.
This shop that I've worked at is the first time I've been able to touch one of these machines. Like I've been in other shops with them, but I've never been able to work on them. So it was kind of a game changer for me.
See, that's so weird to me, bro. Because like when I talk about RO water, okay, so like if you were to if you're flushing a plant out, right, and you use straight RO water, it doesn't really do much because the RO water can't actually grab onto the negative and positive cations inside the medium and pull them out. Like it needs to have a little something in there. That's why like flushing's become outdated at this point in commercial cannabis, because number one, flushing doesn't do shit because you can't take out the nutrients you've already put in a plant. The plant's built on nutrients just like humans are. So like once it's in there, it's in there. You can't take it out. Number two, when you flush with RO, it'll straight up, it's hard to, I'm trying to make it short, but there's a lot to it, but like it pretty much just strips the plant of its nutrients. So like it'll go through the medium and it'll send it'll send signals to the plant to make it like want to send nutrients back to the medium, because everything works in symbiosis in nature. So, like if you were to feed with a light nutrient solution, you would pull more of the leftover nutrients out of the medium than you would if you just fed straight RO, because the RO doesn't really grab onto any of it. It just kind of more or less makes the plant think there isn't shit in the medium, and then it has to send things back to the medium. So just like if you feed a plant too much water, it starts sending the salts back from itself, the nutrients back into the medium, sends it back into the medium to basically give the roots what they need over the plant. Like it's weird how they work. It's hard to really go into this without talking about it for like an hour. But yeah, essentially the RO water will just strip shit from you. Just like we were talking about with drinking it ourselves, it'll pull those nutrients out of our body. It'll take it from us because our body, it'll take it. But it's just like how plants work.
So what you're saying is like on a day when I'm dehydrated, if I want to drink water and consume water to truly rehydrate myself, I should also eat a bag of chips or something salty so it absorbs.
You have to have some ions, yeah.
So it makes it to where it pushes all its salt down into its roots to absorb it so it can suck it all back up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it needs to have something. Just like we have that where they have those little packets that they give you to this will make your bottle of water hydrate you 3 times more than a normal bottle of water.
It's all salt.
It's all sodium, right? Yeah, so it's same shit.
So it's basically taking
you need something
damp sponge and
you need
squeezing
something
it
to grab onto
and
it and pull it out, or something to stay in there. Exactly. Yeah, it all works in tandem, bro. It's actually pretty cool. Once you really start to see it and understand it, it's really cool to understand how the uptake of nutrients and stuff are. But we can move on from the plant talk for sure.
I know
That's
you
I
like
can
your
I can go
plant
on
talk,
about
though.
this all day. I love it, dude. Oh, the science of it's insane. So, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and reach out on our email. The BBN podcast at gmail.com, correct?
The BBN pod at gmail.com.
The BBN pod, POD.
All right, guys, we're at our 30-minute marker. We're going to take a quick break and give you a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with you. Let's talk about it. You ever noticed how most energy drinks make you feel like you just signed a secret government contract? Heart racing, palms sweating, questioning your entire existence at 3 a.m. Coincidence? Probably. But we don't take chances. That's why we partnered with W Energy. No sugar, no crash, no mysterious chemicals that make you feel like you just got hit with a sonic weapon from an undisclosed location. Just clean, focused energy. Whether you're gaming, grinding at work, editing podcasts at midnight, or mapping out how the pyramids were actually power plants, W keeps you locked in without frying your circuitry. Head to w.gg, that's DUBBY.gg. Use code BBN at checkout and get 10% off your order. And here's the real truth they don't want you to know. Every purchase using our code helps fund this show. It keeps us on air, keeps the mics hot, and keeps Nick from going fully off-grid. So if you're going to fuel up anyway, support the platform that doesn't outsource its thinking. W.gg, code BBN for 10% off your order. Stay energized, stay questioning. Now back to the rabbit hole. And we are back from our first break, still shooting the shit about what's going on and in the world, I guess. The next thing we wanted to touch on was this Artemis mission and the updates going on with it.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we're talking about the future of the Artemis mission, So we were supposed to go land on the moon in 2028, right?
Yeah.
You remember hearing that like 100 times?
I
or
do.
so?
Artemis 3.
So this might be prolonged now till 2030, 31. Funny thing about landing on the moon is you need a spacesuit that works, right? Right? Am I right on that, buddy?
Yeah, but haven't we done that already?
What? Oh.
Didn't we do that back in the 60s?
At this point, I don't even know what I think about that. I used to believe in it so heavily. We've talked about it on this show about it being fake. And yeah, exactly. How could we do it in 1969, 1972? It was one in right in between those two, right?
It was in 69.
We landed on there like 2 or 3 times, supposedly, allegedly. But they can't do it in 2028 because their spacesuits won't handle it. I'm just super confused.
I've seen so many of the interviews of people going, oh yeah, well, when we get to the moon, or when we go to the moon, or when we go to this, or go to that. Like, we haven't already gone? I thought we already did this once.
One of the astronauts on this last mission said that. This is the first time humanity's gone to the moon. All they did was go around it. I mean, I guess they went to the moon,
the Apollo missions orbited the moon too, supposedly.
Like, we've been to Beverly Hills before.
Which one?
Not the nice one. But, that's basically how it is. Yeah, we've been there, kind of. Adjacent. Allegedly. Can't forget that word. That's the most important A word out there, besides asshole.
I'm just so baffled that...
So you gonna tell me, back when we had rotary phones, that 4 cowboys got in a tin can and launched their asses to the moon? And then they talked to the president on a landline?
I don't know. What was with him picking up the red phone and being like, yeah.
I know, isn't that part even more
What?
confusing? Like, how do you
What?
do, I guess okay, I'll be a little logical here. He probably was talking to Houston at the time, where they were communicating with the astronauts and then, via that way. But, okay, still, let's delve into that, right? If they didn't need a landline to communicate in the first place, then why did the president of the United fucking States of America need a landline to communicate? Because they obviously didn't need it if you're talking to us from the moon. Right? Am I crazy? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, a cell phone can call a landline. That's not
Yeah, but we didn't have
unheard of.
satellites like that back then. That's off of cell towers.
We're talking about now.
Yeah, exactly, but we have...
No, if you want to talk about back then, back then, why were none of the news stations given a live feed? Why were all the feeds run through?
I was talking about back then because Nixon answered the phone. Nixon was on the phone when
Trump did it too.
I know, but
yeah, so they was probably on the phone with Houston. That had the live feed coming from the astronauts to Houston. That's radio signals. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I was saying. To be a little logical about it, that it kind of makes sense in that way, for sure. Sometimes I'm in a building not even 10 miles away from a cell tower, and I don't get signal though.
I mean, they have phones on airplanes, but you're still within the atmosphere where you would think shit would still kind of work to some extent.
But you can't use them because it fucks with the navigation.
That's been proven false. Mythbusters proved that.
So then
false.
What's the point of us having to do that?
So them telling us to turn our phones off is all so we are paying attention and alert and focused during takeoff and landing when things could go bad. They're telling you to put your devices away and turn your devices off so they have your
I ain't
full
driving
attention.
a car.
No, but if that plane fucking has an issue during takeoff or landing...
I'm pretty sure you're going to notice it, whether you're on your phone or not.
Maybe. I mean, I've been on a plane with my headphones on, listening to some music or watching a video.
That's the only way to go about it.
Completely oblivious to what's going on around me.
Everybody still does that. Yeah, you can't have your phone on like normal Wi-Fi, or I'm sorry, normal like signal and stuff, but you can download all the podcasts and movies you want and watch that shit. They even let you watch movies on the back of the seat in front of you.
Not during takeoff and landing.
God damn, yeah, you're right about that.
They shut the screens off, they shut the audio off, and they make sure you're paying attention. It's only during takeoff and landing. Because I'll be honest with you, and I'll be honest with the world. The FAA can come at me about it. I've never once put my phone into airplane mode on an airplane.
Oh, you about to get canceled?
Never
brother.
Once.
You just got a whole
I don't
goddamn...
believe in that shit. I think it's fake.
Yo, you got the whole show canceled for this bullshit, bro.
Probably sandboxed.
Fuck, man. It's not even about...
When you fly, do you put your phone in airplane mode?
Yeah.
The only time it's worth it to put your phone in airplane mode is when you have Wi-Fi on the flight and it tells you to put it in airplane mode and connect to the Wi-Fi. Other than that,
to be fair,
never once.
I have turned it on during flight before to do shit, but like for the most part, no.
And I'll be honest, up to about 10,000 feet on the screen in front of me, I have service on my phone. Once you cross about that 10,000 foot marker, you don't have service on your phone no more.
Yeah, don't you find that kind of weird though, in and of itself? All the signals bounce off satellites. Supposedly.
No.
Supposedly.
No. Cell phone towers here on the ground. It's completely ground-based.
Like all the internet cables under the water?
I believe the internet is also completely ground-based except for like Starlink and stuff like that, which are specific satellite networks.
You can Google it. 90% of the world's cable and internet is...
Under the ocean.
Under the ocean.
Correct. So is a bunch of data storage facilities.
So what's the fucking point of the satellites? They don't do shit.
GPS, global positioning, which you can't do underwater.
That shit ain't even right most of the time.
And satellite
to a point.
The satellite services make sense for boats out in the middle of the ocean where you're nowhere near a cell phone tower.
They could just put a little tower out in the middle of the water.
We could, but we haven't.
We put windmills out there, oil drills.
Even those were all still coastal. Not very much in the center of the ocean.
Oh, speaking of the ocean, though, I don't know if you've seen this, but I watched this, or I listened to this thing about Chinese fishermen and how much they're kind of raping the seas. Like they have a shitload of, if you look at like the maritime map and like places, the ships that actually have their transponder going where it pings off and you can see where they're at. There's a fuckload of them right off of the coast of South America, like by the Galapagos Islands.
They're all Chinese flag. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, just fishing the shit out of the sea. Because you remember, like, what was it, 10, 15 years ago? They they were talking about overfishing off the Chinese coast, and they had to kind of chill because they were pretty much, suck the ocean dry there. But
they ain't got nothing else to eat. You're either gonna eat poison bats and give yourself COVID, or you're gonna eat fish from the ocean. Take your pick. China.
They got plenty to eat, man. It's not just bats.
You want some street chicken? AKA some pigeon meat? I'm good. I don't blame them for fishing.
But I don't blame the fishing, but the way it's being done.
The hardest nose when it comes to their national waters. When it comes to like patrolling them and enforcing them, China's super hard nose on keeping anybody that's not flagged from China out of their waters.
Oh, 100%. But these people, these are all over by us, though. Well, they made it across the Pacific to find specific spots to hunt, to fish for squid and like certain kinds of fish and shit.
You got to follow the money. If that's how you make your money. You got to follow where the money goes.
God. No, I agree. I get that portion of it, but
it sucks for the South American countries that are letting it happen.
It's like when you go into a country and rape and pillage everything, and then you leave it a wasteland when you leave. It's pretty much what they're doing.
So every empire through history?
Yeah, pretty much.
Welcome to history. I'm sure in the next 5 years we'll be hearing of issues in South America with overfishing and stuff going on by Chinese nationalists. I'm sure it'll come out.
Oh, 100%. But they eat more than just, they do a lot of chickens and stuff there too. It's not just fish in South America. Like that's more of an Asian thing. It's more of an Asian thing to Pacific Islander and Asian thing to eat that much seafood. I would say, personally, from what I know.
Greek, Croatia, the Mediterranean does it too. Anybody that's in a coastal city.
Yeah, anybody's that's right on the, well, yeah, most of Greece is on the water. Like almost
it's all islands.
Yeah, it's a little Appalachian,
Run it back. Come on, you can do it. It's an archipelago.
It just pisses me off, bro, because I know this word, dude. I'm just gonna fucking do it.
Well, I look at it as even here stateside. Look at like Vermont and Alaska and stuff like that. These cities along the coast are all big into seafood and like clam chowder in the Northeast and stuff like that.
I'm just getting a kind of a mountainous peninsula is what it is. But there's another word like archipelago.
Archipelago. I already said it. Yeah.
Yeah, you did say that for sure. I thought there was another name, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, so yeah, when you're like, your whole landmass is basically on the water. I mean, even Italy, but Italy doesn't even eat just fish. Sicily, yeah, maybe.
I mean, Italy eats a lot of pasta. There's other meat there, though, too.
Yeah, bro, they eat like, yeah, pasta. Lots of pasta, lots of beef.
Goat,
they have a lot of pasteurizing.
Donkey.
They have a lot
beef.
of pasture land, so.
They don't eat pineapple on pizza,
It just depends, bro. It really just depends where you're at. Because, yeah, most coastal places are a lot of fish heavy diets. And then other ones have like this really diverse. Honestly, with Italy, it's probably just because of where it's at and the empire it held at one point in time. So it already has plenty of trade options with other countries to get what they want besides just fish. And they have great farming land there because of all the volcanoes. Like amazing farming land. Some of the best on the planet.
Right.
So, yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but it's just weird that they're already on this side of the Pacific. Fishing like that is more or less my concern or take on it is fuck. They're already on this side of the Pacific, draining of fish or sea life. So that's a little scary, bro. If they've already used up everything they have over there.
I mean, it's all a cycle. Like
everything
it'll come back unless they hunt it completely or fish it completely out of existence, which I don't think happened, but
wouldn't be the first time.
It would not be the first time that it's happened. It's like, you ever think of what if that's what humans were here for? Humans were here to just be a predatory species and wipe everything else out?
We were.
Like,
why do you think we work together so well?
That depends on who you ask.
Well, here's the thing. We're the only mammal on the planet that doesn't fight the way other mammals do. So tigers kill each other for the shit they want. We do similar stuff.
Certain humans do.
But we work in larger packs. You know what I mean? So the reason why humans have been able to advance so much is we can work in groups. That's why we're the only reason we're an apex predator is the fact that we can work in groups and create tools to use against our enemies.
I thought it was because we had thumbs.
I mean, no. I can't even say that.
How many other predators got thumbs?
We are the only ones. But you're not fighting a lion by yourself.
I'll do it with both my thumbs.
You're going to poke his eyes out while you cut your face off?
You fucking damn right. I'm going to pull his mane, poke its eyes out.
Cool, you make him blind while you bite your fucking head off. That's
ride
good.
it like a pony.
You're dead.
He's got to reach around his back and kill me first.
Let's see how your thumbs do against a shark.
Hey, guess what? I live on land. Sharks can't get me.
It rains on land, brother.
Sharks can't get me here. I live on land.
You never seen the movie Sharknado? They can come.
It's a movie. It's not real. I've never seen a real Sharknado in my life.
Life's a movie, brother. We're living in the Matrix. We've talked about this.
Life's a bad sitcom. I don't think it's a movie, but a bad sitcom.
What's the fucking
for
difference,
sure.
bro? You're making difference out of motion pictures, bro.
One's got serious, one's a one-time deal. Give me a one-time deal where there's a shark tornado, and I might change my opinion.
I'll give you a
I
Sharknado.
still think I could take a shark on land.
When it's
You put me in
fucking
water.
flopping
you put me
around,
in, yeah,
bro.
You put me in water, not a chance. But if a shark comes on land, I'll take that motherfucker. I'll take 3 of them all day long at the same time.
You know, brother, just to end your weekend off right, I'll let you have that one. You know, but
You don't
yeah.
think you could take a shark on land?
I didn't say that. But how long have they been on land? You just pulled them on land and you're fighting them? Maybe not. They're going to be a bit feisty. What kind of weapons do you have? Just by bare hands we're talking about? We got knives, guns? What are we talking about?
I don't know. Now you're changing the stipulation. You told me I had to fight him with my thumbs.
I don't think you're winning regardless fighting with your thumbs. I mean, maybe with the war of attrition because they're on land and they can't breathe. Yeah, you're going to win eventually. You can just sit there and watch them play on your phone with your thumbs.
That's what I'm saying. They got to catch me.
Jesus fucking Christ.
They got to catch me.
This is not...
I'll be
okay.
on Twitter with my camera up like, yeah, look at these sharks thinking they badass up
Damn,
here
this
and
is-
breathing my air.
Well, you guys
Who the
all,
hell they think
you all
they
know
are?
what I got to deal with.
Who the hell these sharks think they is up here on my land? They probably think the same thing when I go diving in the water, looking at me like, who does this white boy down here in this water? He down here thinking he the shit breathing in our area.
That's why I like that dark meat. That's why black people don't like to swim.
I've never figured out why.
I don't even
And
get
it's
that
not even all
stereotype.
black people. It's just a lot.
I don't even get the stereotype. It doesn't make sense to me. But it's almost kind of funny to say or to think.
Well, I mean, see, like,
it's a racist joke, obviously, but it's a little funny. Like,
no, when you hear white people,
doesn't
like,
make any
oh yeah,
sense.
my family just tossed me in the pool, and that's how I learned to swim. That's some white people shit.
100%.
You ain't never hear about Shaniqua throwing her baby in a pool. I'm just saying. Brenda throws babies in the garbage, but Shaniqua don't throw them in the pool. X credit coming for that one.
Yeah, I can't get your child support money if you throw your kid in the pool and they die. I'm so fucking sorry.
Turbo thought tax credit.
I couldn't hold it in. That's okay. I mean, you guys, give us some jokes. I mean, we're obviously, two tan white men.
It's just jokes, folks. You take anything that we say that seriously on this, you need to come on the show so we can roast you here in person, because I would love to. I think it'd be fantastic.
Oh, we got this nice little fire pit we can use. We will roast the fuck out of you.
You going with the fire pit joke?
I wasn't even trying to make a joke. I was dead ass.
Okay.
Dead ass.
That's like one of the dumbest phrases that society uses.
Dead ass, bro.
Dead
Yo,
ass.
6'7", nigga. What's up?
Dude, 6'7's fucking gone already.
Bro, I do
Nobody
that shit
uses
to my
the
daughter all the
6'7"
time. It's
anymore.
funny as fuck. No, it's funny between us because that's something she'll like keep going with me because I'd be like, oh, 6'7". Dude, I called this place this one time and my phone number ends in 67. And the dude on the phone was like, laughed about it. And he's like, my son would love that. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, 6'7". Like, dog, what?
It's the dumbest shit ever,
Bro.
when you realize
Like, I was calling the place to fucking fix a dent. And this is what this guy tells me. Like, dude, just be a little bit more professional than that, brother.
I would be more concerned on where I was calling if I wanted to give them my business, because if you're not busy enough that you notice that on my phone number and that makes you laugh, you need to be working harder.
Maybe. Or just have a sense of humor. You know how it is at work sometimes, man, when you're grinding and it's a fucking hard day, bro. You got to find the humor in something. Otherwise, you're going to lose your shit.
But a phone number that called me just to have 6'7", I never thought the 6'7".
I prank call people at work, bro. When I'm bored. I
See,
prank call my boss.
I waste the fucking...
I prank call my employees. I prank call my buddies at other work, You
You never call me at work.
I have, actually.
Not as a prank call.
Well, that's not necessarily
Now
true.
you leaving me out. Fuck you.
Oh my god, bro.
I don't know. I never understood the whole 6'7" thing. And didn't...
It's just stupid, bro. That's
Well,
all
the song it comes from, the dude's talking about 6'7" being a block that he's from and talking about gang shit.
I've heard multiple different things that came from, but yeah. It doesn't mean shit. It's meaningless. It's really just a meaningless fucking can be whatever you want it to be. Just saying it for fun kind of shit. That's the only thing I can get off of fucking these kids at this point.
It's fucking dumb.
I mean, just like getting that, like, risen them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, This is
Okay.
I'm the Riz.
No, I didn't
master.
get the Riz thing. I don't get the 6'7" thing. We were laughing earlier about the capping versus no cap.
Oh, yeah.
Like capping means you bullshitting, but no cap, means
bro. No
you
cap.
serious.
No cap. Yeah. Yo, they be capping talking about they landed on the moon back in 69. That shit's capping, bro. Just like that. That's how you use that shit in a sentence. So if you ever have a spelling bee or something you got to go to, you know,
That's the sentence you
that's
would
the
choose to
sentence
use
that I
it?
would use for them. Yeah.
Right
If
on.
I was one of the judges, yeah, they'd be like, "Can you use it in a sentence?" Like your boy be capping about how many push-ups he can do, bitch.
Dyslexic. spelling
With
is
a
not
fucking
my
kid on the
forte.
stage, dude. Jesus Christ, bro. Yo, it's like that sales guy I was telling you about, the one that's on like Instagram. He's just like, yeah, how do you make cold call sales? He's like, yo, what the fuck? You want to make some money or what, bitch? Like, that shit made me fucking crack up. Bro, if he actually makes money doing shit like that, like, I don't know if I believe it, but it was just funny as fuck to just experience that. You know what I mean?
It's like that reminds me of like the Wolf of Wall Street movie where he's
Oh
talking
my
about like
God.
you wouldn't believe the shit that these guys are saying on the floor on the phone calls to these customers. Pussy this and cunt that and fuck this and
They were,
asshole
though.
that.
They really were,
I
though.
mean, hey, if that's what sells, that's what sells. I ain't gonna knock it, but
That's the boys' talk, bro. Who was making money on the trades, dude? Especially at the time, unfortunately. It was not unfortunately, but like just realistically, it was mostly men. And we all have that talk with each other. We all have a good time. We don't get offended by that. Well, I mean, you and I don't.
the
but
real men don't get offended by it.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah. Nowadays, it's a little harder. There's a lot more men out there that, boys that are adult age.
So going down that line of thought, what do you think is worse? Office talk amongst men, shop talk amongst men, or locker room talk?
When you say
amongst
worse, what are we talking about? Which is the most?
Vulgar.
Hmm.
Just jokes
Shop talk.
between each other. Yeah, I think so too.
Shop talk for sure. Because when you're in a locker room and you guys are getting half naked and shit, you don't want to get like too deep. Because then it gets gay real fast. You can't be looking at another man with his dick out.
And you talking
And
about
start
going
talking
deep in a
shit.
locker room, bro? Come on.
Yeah, you can't. You just can't. Like you can't. Like it's
Sounded like for me, shop talk. I mean, we say some pretty vulgar shit.
100%, bro.
Not even just to each other, but about each other
all
on
the
that
time.
shop floor.
I couldn't believe that dude said that to me today at the new job, bro. Like just excited for the sex tape and shit. Like can't wait for the sex tape. Like and just laughed. And it just fucking threw me off because I hadn't heard him talk like that before. And he just like out of nowhere, bro. I love it, dude.
Like in my life,
I'm having a good time there, man.
whether it's a machine shop, an auto shop, any kind of plant floor or like blue collar work, if my guys on the crew aren't talking shit to me,
There's a
calling
problem.
me names,
They don't like you.
They don't like me, and the shit ain't gonna work. I'm not the guy to be in the position I'm in or doing the job I'm doing if my guys aren't shit talking me.
100%. I would agree with you on that because if you can't have a good time with your people, bro, like it's not going to work. And I'm not saying like, oh, everybody's got to fuck around all the time. I'm saying exactly what you're trying to say. Just like, yeah, if you guys can't give each other a little shit during a hard day, then like you don't have it in you.
Well, I've told my boss straight to his face, like, Mama didn't raise no quitter. I ain't gonna quit. She did raise a complainer, though. I'm gonna complain about it the whole fucking time. You go hear about it, but I'm gonna get this job done.
Kyle ain't no quitter. That means he ain't no spitter. He swallows.
I'm a classy broad. How dare you put
Classy
my business
bras
out into the
can
world
be
like that?
freaks in the bed, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
You have a sex addiction.
That's not my fault. I was born like that.
I
was born
think It
hard.
is your fault. You were born hard? Are you sure?
Can we just?
Are you sure?
We're definitely cutting that because there's no fucking.
I ain't cutting shit. I'm leaving that in there. You were born hard? We need to talk about
If
this.
my mom listens to this, bro, it's just going to be weird.
You think your mom listens to us?
No.
I think my mom would have an aneurysm.
My mom wouldn't listen to us.
She'd be like,
she'd
"What
be
the
so
fuck?"
annoyed. Because she'd be able to tell, just like me getting fucking irate. And she'd be like, I don't want to hear this bullshit. She can't handle it. No, she can't. I love my mom. Love you, ma.
Oh, my mom
I hope you
knows
listen
she
to me
raised
one
a
of these
legend.
days. And her new boyfriend. Jesus Christ, bro. Well, you've already went through this, but you were a lot younger, so just it's interesting. He's okay though. He's an okay guy for the most part. Different. He does shrooms. Microdoses at least once in a while. He can't do a gram though, because we were just talking about yesterday, and he told me he told me about one time he took like a whole gram of it, and he was like, yeah, he got to the point where he's like, yeah, it was too much.
Them are rookie numbers. A gram? That ain't shit.
I told him that I told him about that time we did we each had an eighth, and we put it in like the lemon tech, dude, and I made it into that paste. Do you remember that shit? And I'm just like,
oh yeah,
that was a mistake. Just, I'm not advertising doing drugs, but if you're going to do shrooms and you do the lemon tech, don't fucking grind it up and put it in there. All right.
Or add more lemon juice. That way it's more liquidy. And
this is Uncle Nick. I did though. This is Uncle Nick telling you. This is a public service announcement. You know what I'm saying, about not doing stupid shit like that. Because if you don't like mushrooms like me and it hits the back of your throat with that texture, yeah, you done fucked up. Okay.
See, I did mine like a shot. Just shot it down. Good to go.
Brother, I tried, and all I got was half of it and all the lemon juice and half of it. The rest of the paste sat in there. I had to add more fucking lemon juice to get that. I think I put water in at the end just to get the rest of the shit out, because I wasn't going to waste it. You know what I mean? I had to get it down. Like, we're already here. Fuck else is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, dude. Yeah. So, good times with Kyle and Nick.
They have water soluble psychobilin now, or psilocybin. Psilocybin, that's how you say it. They have water soluble psilocybin now. It comes in a little pack, like one of those drinks for the water mixture, and you put it in the water.
Can we get those here in Michigan yet?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
At the shroom dispensary, Spores has got them.
In Ann Arbor?
In Hazel Park.
All right, so don't you find that funny that it's not decriminalized there?
It is.
In Hazel Park?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Uh-huh. It's decriminalized in a bunch of cities here, man.
I mean, at this point, I believe you, because fuck, Ann Arbor had hash bash for, I don't know, 30 years, 40 years before it even became medical here. So, yeah.
Well, Ann Arbor was the first in the state to give that $25 possession fine. Instead of it being like a real crime, it was just a $25 fine or whatever if you got caught with smoking weed on the street.
Yeah, they cracked down this year a bit.
I did see the thing online saying that
which is getting crazy. Like, now you're going to crack down? Like, shit's getting more legal every year, and now you're going to crack down? Like, for what? You're already taxing the companies more to fix the shit-ass roads that you couldn't fix with the gas tax, the alcohol tax, the tobacco tax. It's for all of it. It was for the roads, schools, police is what it was for. When we legalized it here to begin with, medical and recreational was those three things.
And now it's been 12 years, and it's still...
roads are still shit.
They're still just raising the taxes.
Like, oh, we don't got enough money for it. Like, you already budgeted the money. Like, what do you mean you don't got enough? Like, what is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these companies... Oh, speaking of that too, because I was going to say these companies can't just file taxes like normal companies. You saw that they rescheduled cannabis, right?
I was going to ask if Trump ever actually rescheduled. I know they were talking about it.
Funny thing is, it's only Schedule 3 for medical uses. So in states that have medical cannabis, or if you're a medical patient, or along those lines, it's legal. Well, legal is not the right word, but there's a lot more permissions to work with that now. But you know what's still a Schedule 1 marijuana product, bro? Adult use. So a person with a patient card can go into a dispensary, buy flower, smoke that flower for medicinal uses. But if someone like doesn't have a card and they go in there to a recreational place, it's still a Schedule 1. Same weed, different place. One person at Schedule 3, one person at Schedule 1, bro. So medical companies don't have to worry about the 280E tax law. Only recreational companies do. This shit don't make no sense, bro. Like, can somebody make this make sense to me, dude? Because, like, at this point, this is so arrogant and ignorant, dude. It's like...
So that was a step one in the process. They're going again on June 29th of 2026. They have an administrative hearing scheduled to finalize the broader full reclassification of all cannabis to Schedule 3 following an executive order. All cannabis to Schedule 3, not just medical.
I mean, the fact that they even passed this I'm sure they do. I didn't read that portion yet, and I can see that. But how do we even get to the point where we have to have that extra meeting? I mean, this has been on the ballot for like the entire time we've been alive, bro. What California medicalized this in 1991?
Yeah.
So I mean, our entire lives, this has been a fucking. We're old now.
Well, that's where we go back to what we have talked about before, where give power back to the states. We have more than 35% of the states that have cannabis decriminalized, legalized, or medical scheduled.
That won't help everybody, though. That'll only help the state.
When there's 35% of the states in the nation that all have the same laws in place, that constitutes a federal...
If it was counted like that.
That's how it was counted in the past that way. That's how ratification worked. When 35% of the states adopted a law, it became law federally.
100%. This is drugs, though, bro. It's different. You ask me how, I'm going to tell you that's what they said, because that's all I know. Because I'm with you. I agree. It's more even. It's 75% of the states have legalized it for medical or recreational use. So I don't even understand what we're arguing about anymore. Like, what is it? That goes back to the morality of things. Like, why are we passing laws on morals? Like, morals are not laws. Morals are a way of life. There's no reason a country should be passing any kind of laws to tell people what their morals should be. Like,
we talked about this. Dubai. You can't smoke. You can't drink in public. You can't swear in public. You can't have a dirty car. You have a dirty car driving on the street to Dubai, it's a 500 dirham fine.
And I find that crazy. And I will admit that Dubai is a really nice looking city, at least from what we've seen, but I've never been there personally.
I haven't been there yet. It's on my list.
And honestly, not having the freedoms would kind of make it hard.
But for me to set my phone on a table in a restaurant, have nobody else sitting at the table, walk up and go to the bathroom and come back, and I know my phone and my wallet could still be sitting there. And
would you actually waste your time doing that in a one day there? Yeah, I guess I would try it once.
If I'm in a busy cafe and I'm the only one eating and I want to leave all my shit there and not have to worry about it being taken or gone and come back to it, my seat still be there.
That'd be like me moving my house there and saying, let me leave it unlocked. I'll never do that.
I'm sure there are people in Dubai that do leave their homes unlocked.
Oh, I'm sure. Now, but my point is we've grown up with the fact that we keep our shit on us. We keep our shit safe. We lock our shit up. I don't think that's ever going to change inside of us. No matter where we move.
It would take time, and it probably wouldn't be us that it would be out of, and probably not our children after we move, but probably the second or third generation in.
Maybe, yeah.
Would adopt the cultural norm of not having to lock your doors, not having to lock your car. Smoking's bad, drinking's bad, can't swear, swearing's bad. It would take time to adapt, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't seem like that bad of a way of life. But all right, folks, we're just past that hour mark. We're going to hit you with our second break. This one's going to be deemed fit. And then we'll be right back with you. Get our closing thoughts and close this episode out. All right, let's be honest for a second. If your biggest physical challenge this week was deciding whether to get fries with your combo, this might not be your brand. But if you actually train, if you push yourself, if you've ever done something difficult on purpose, Deemed Fit apparel is for you. This is gear built for people who don't need motivational quotes because they already have standards. First responders, military, and people who understand that comfort doesn't build anything worth having. If you're tired of wearing soft clothes with soft mindsets attached to them, go to deemfit.co, use code Kyle Sleminski for 15% off, and upgrade both your wardrobe and maybe your standards while you're at it. Deemed Fit apparel, not for everybody, and that's the point. It's an earned mindset that we all should share. I'll put a link down in the description. deemedfit.co. And we are back from our second break. Nick tried to take over my functions in the studio. Stop trying to take my job.
Don't take my job, man.
You fucker.
It's my job, man.
It's my button to press, bitch.
Yeah, South Park's funny sometimes for sure, dude.
Oh, they've had some wild episodes. I still laugh when the creators showed up to the Emmys or the Grammys or Golden Globes, some awards ceremony. They showed up tripping on acid dressed like girls. Like they were wearing full-out dresses and everything, dude.
I support the tripping on acid.
I just think
I'm on board with the other part, but it's funny for sure.
It was a funny as to stick it to the system kind of thing.
Yeah, now we got Caitlyn Jenner though.
You got a whole lot of issues now.
When you date a woman, can you tell if she's a woman or not?
Usually I look to make sure she doesn't have an Adam's apple.
Do you just grab her by the pussy and see if it's what's there?
No.
Trump did.
He can get away with that.
Yeah, you grab her by the pussy.
I can't get away with that. I ain't got enough money or enough
we
lawyers
can't
in
get away
court
with
for that.
shit at all. Yeah, real problem though nowadays, man. Just keep your eyes open. Be logical. When I say keep your eyes open, don't just look at her tits. Okay? There's more. There's always more.
There is always more, but man, I think you might have a sex addiction that we're going to have to deal with in the near future here.
What do you mean, bro? It's not my fault we're talking about this.
You always think about grab her by the pussy.
This is not what I'm always thinking about. I do like grabbing her by the pussy, though.
Check her titties.
Yo, can I see your tits, babe?
I mean, I can't even say what I want to say because I'm going to end up on a list.
Hey, toots. Let me see some of that ass.
And, we are back from our second break.
Welcome to the shit show. That is the Earth right now.
I don't know how we've gotten to where we're at on this planet or why. Mainly how we're in this predicament again for the same time. For at least the second time in my lifetime.
I don't think people are very forward thinking, brother. You know, everything's just what's going to satisfy me now, what's going to give me what I want now. Besides that, fuck it.
That's just it. Everything is instant gratification or kicking the can down the road.
And we've heard that from our parents' generation, you know, how that's all our generation wants. But then you see all these politicians that are older than our parents doing the same thing.
The exact same thing.
Like what? I just need the math to math. You know, if 2 + 2 is 5, I need someone to explain to me how that is.
I don't think the math will ever math to us.
Maybe Common Core. We didn't learn that.
Neither did the boomers, but somehow they're Common Coring it up there in Congress.
So
they say no kings, but we got people in power longer than most kings ever last in power. We call them congressmen and senators. Should make that shit make sense.
Which is wild, for sure. That's like that video Trump came out. He's like, if I was a king, I'd have this ballroom done already.
I laughed so hard at that. Like,
that
we ain't got no
funny.
kings. If we had kings, he wouldn't be having a problem getting the ballroom put up.
I don't even like this guy, but that shit was funny.
He says so much ignorant things that it's...
he doesn't.
I can't say that I like him.
I don't think he's stupid, but he sounds stupid as fuck. Like, all the time. But there's no... How can you be in that position and be stupid?
Money.
I mean, how can you even get that much money being stupid?
You don't have to be
just
smart
starting
to have
with
a bunch
some
of
money. Just starting with money doesn't get you more money. A lot of people start with money and lose it all.
Yes.
So, I don't know. You know? I mean, D was talking about this in the 80s. He wanted to run for president. He already knew what he was going to do. He was just waiting for the right time.
I know. I'm well aware of all this.
So,
I think he would have been a better president.
In the 80s?
15 years ago.
100%.
Little sharper.
A little less new technology that he thinks he knows everything about.
The discombobulators.
Yeah. Good old discombobulator. Or like social media, bro. I mean, fuck, he wouldn't have been able to create his own. I mean, come on, dude. True social, bro. Like, is anybody really going to use this shit after he's out of office? Because he's never coming back to office. Unless something crazy happens, you know?
Goes and sits in Senate till he dies.
Or doesn't leave office. That's a real concern that's been talked about.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't necessarily think so, but...
If that was going to happen and he wasn't going to concede the seat, it would have happened in his first term.
I don't know, man. So just talking about how we talked about earlier, what if he wanted to lose this Iran war because he has this strategy of what he's going to do with making us a bigger power than we are now? You know what I mean? So what if he really is that forward thinking? He might be selfish and retarded, but you know, some people have insights that other people don't.
Well, having the insight that other people don't is one thing. Being completely forward thinking is another. And they're both not one and the same.
No, not at all.
Now, whether it's him doing all the forward thinking or him pulling all the strings is also another story. We know it's a team of people. And each
person can't do everything.
One of those advisors has underlying motives and attached to what they're doing to further
everybody
themselves.
Does. Everybody in power has alternative motives. It's never really for everybody else.
I don't see a way in which we lose the war in Iran, the conflict in Iran. We're not going to lose.
Lose is a perspective word, though, isn't it?
It's very
we can concede ceasefire and make peace right now, But does that mean we really won?
Ceasefire's not a loss either.
But we started it. Israel started it. Let's be real.
Did we? Or did they start it when they were attacking us all these years and we never responded?
Israel started it, wanting to attack them, and we followed suit.
So what about the 30 plus attacks from Iran on U.S. bases and U.S. forces over the years that we let just go?
I think that our government allows a certain amount of grace towards incidents until they have the opportunity to really make money responding. And put emphasis on the make money part, because who owns most of the weapons manufacturing plants in the world? It's us.
There's a lot in the private sector, though. A lot in the private sector. It's not all government owned, but I do know what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not saying it's all government owned, but it's within the
military
realm of
industrial
the
complex,
American,
yes.
the Western democracy for sure.
My thing is, I don't see whether we have a ceasefire or not. There's no way in saying that the U.S. lost the conflict. We have no damage done on our home front.
Lost.
Their shit is leveled.
Like I said, it's like a perspective version of it. When I say lost, I mean we didn't take the country over, and all the bombing.
The goal was never to take the country over. That was never the goal. Was to take the country over.
No, it was to stop the nuclear weapons from being made.
Right.
But
so I guess if Iran gets nuclear weapons in the next decade, then we will say this whole conflict was for nothing.
And they will.
And we lost.
Because it's happened every single time.
No, it hasn't. Iraq doesn't have nuclear weapons.
They
Afghanistan doesn't have nuclear weapons. They never had WMDs.
That's my point. They never had them, but we said they had them.
No, now, Israel said that they had them.
Just like they
and they
said
didn't
Iran
classify the WMD as a nuclear weapon.
No, they just said WMD.
They just said weapons of mass destruction. Could be chemical, could be nuclear.
100%. And with Iran, I could see them actually having the capability to do things. It's a larger country population-wise than either of the other ones.
They had the capabilities to do it. That was the whole peace talks in Oman that failed. They came out. Their people came out and told our people at the meeting, at the fucking table, that they had 468 kilograms of 60+% enriched uranium ready to go.
Was that after the bunker buster incident?
Or this before? Was 2 days before we started bombing them this year.
Because recently, oh, okay. Yeah, because after that, we've been doing everything in Pakistan. That's why I asked. Yeah, all the peace talks have been in Pakistan. Well, ceasefire talks or whatever the fuck you want to call them.
But they came out in Oman, told our leadership, from their leadership, that they had 468 kilograms of 60% plus enriched uranium and had enough for 11 nuclear warheads in the next 2 weeks. After that was said at this meeting, within 48 hours, the bombs started dropping on them.
Yeah, but isn't it kind of convenient, man? Because BB's been saying that for 40 years almost. Took him this long to make 11 nuclear weapons.
It took him this long to get the uranium for it because it was all happening under Obama. That's what that $77 million a week was.
No, I remember that.
They were buying uranium and buying equipment and buying infrastructure and building the plants to do all this shit. That was what happened.
That's why they're all underground, because they got tired of getting bombed by everybody else. So
they're the only country that put their nuclear facilities underground. The only time you put nuclear facilities underground is if you have military...
something to hide.
If you have military aspirations for it or military usages for it.
100%.
You don't hide your power plants underground. Name one nuclear power plant that you know in the civilian world that's underground.
Got one in my house.
Better not let Iran know. They're going to be at your doorstep for your uranium.
What do you mean? I gotta don't let the United States know. They'd be like, yo, look, you can't make nuclear bombs here. Only we do.
They would know if you had uranium or any kind of nuclear power source at your house.
Bro, I just took it off the base. No big deal.
Well,
I stuffed it in my ass.
Remember, guys, he's in Michigan.
Shut.
States on the east side.
Stop. No. No.
He has no affiliation with this bunker or the podcast that it's coming from its
Yeah, I have
grounds.
no affiliation with the fucking podcast. Yeah, right, for sure. Nope.
Not a one.
I don't belong here.
He's trying to get me pulled off there.
Pushed off, not pulled off.
You're trying to pull me off now? That's gay.
This is getting really gay. Oh, God. All right, well, I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but...
You wouldn't go that far. You always go that far. You're the guy that always takes it that far.
I do. You got to make life interesting, you know? Every day is a new day, new challenge, new chance to make some fuckery.
Every day is a new chance for more fuckery.
Yeah.
It's usually the motto I live by.
Fucking for days.
All right, guys. we're going to cut a little short tonight. We're coming up on about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes here.
You guys got that long boy last week.
Super uneventful week in the grand scheme of things and world news. And we're not trying to go too tinfoily every week and throw you guys a tinfoil hat episode. We do that enough as it is.
It's hard not to.
It is hard not to when all the tinfoil hat conspiracies are becoming
It's
truth.
just real. It's all real. It's a fact.
Well, with every fact comes a point of view, my friend.
Isn't everything a point of view, though?
That's where the fiction starts. It's with the point of views.
I would say fact is more interesting than fiction most of the time.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, if you look at history...
You don't expect
events,
shit to actually happen the way it
shit
is
that's
or
not
does.
true that people believe the most.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I'm with Kyle on this. We're going to cut it short tonight a little bit. You know, we gave you guys a long one last week. I think we're both kind of...
I'm tired, man. It's Sunday,
tired
and I am
AF,
tired. I had a long week.
Sure.
5 days at the shop and an event on Saturday. I am waxed.
Wax his butthole. You guys heard it first.
All right, folks. I don't even know if I have a question for you this week. You think we're just living a Groundhog Day? As a human race, is the entire race just living the same day or the same cycle of days over and over and over again without an end in sight? That's all I got.
That's a good question, man. That's where we're at.
We keep seeing the same recurring events on a different scale or a different level throughout history.
Like
and
we
it's
talked about, every
driving me
20 years,
insane.
it seems like the same shit. Like everybody forgot. Amnesia's real for humankind.
Keep destroying and burying that history, folks. Keep living the same day.
Keep burning
forever.
them books.
Love me a good book burning.
Oh, yeah.
All right, with that, guys, we're going to sign off. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Nick. Stay curious.
Stay skeptical and don't outsource your thinking. We'll see you on the next episode.
That's it for this episode of the BBN podcast. If this episode made you uncomfortable, good. That means you were paying attention. Hit follow, leave a comment or review, and share it with someone who isn't afraid of questions without easy answers. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and don't outsource your thinking. We'll see you on the next episode.